Hello and welcome to a new video. Today, it's that time of the month, I'm bringing you my May TBR. I'm really excited about this TBR because I am letting myself read what I want to read and I'm putting it into the readathon. So, some of you will probably know, if not all of you will know, me and Liv will be hosting the next round of the Royal Readathon in May 2022, and the theme has come at the best possible time. This was not planned for this theme to fall at this sort of time in my life. The theme is couples. Now, you're not going to have to read romance for these prompts. You can fit basically anything into this, or there's a few that are going to have a romance aspect, but they don't have to be romance. However, this has come at the perfect time because I am fully on a whole phase of just wanting to read nothing but romance books. So, my TBR is predominantly romance this month and I am loving it. So, I'm going to just go in with first the readathon prompts and what I'm reading for them, and then any other extras that I have. I'm going to try and be kind to myself and just do a fairly small TBR for me, and then if I get through it quickly, then I can continue reading other things as well. So, let's go. So the first prompt is Mulan and Shang, read a book with LGBTQ+ rep, and for this I am going to be reading One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston. Now, I'm actually very intimidated by this book because apparently it's slow burn and I'm not a fan of slow burn, and I've heard a lot of people that don't like it because of the slow burn. So I'm scared, but this is like the second or third TBR I'm putting it on now, so I need to actually read it. So yeah, I'm going to read this. Next up is Ariel and Eric, read a book with sailors or mermaids, and for this I'll be reading In Deeper Waters by F.T. Lukens. This sounds amazing. I think it's pirates. Is it pirates or just sailors? I think there's some sort of magic in it, but there's like princes and I'm here for it. And I'm going to be buddy reading this one with Jem from Bookish Gems and I'm so excited. So yeah. Also, look at the cover, it's gorgeous and I'm obsessed with it. Next we have Belle and Beast, a book with forced proximity, and for this I'm going to be reading The Flat Share by Beth O'Leary. I'm so excited to read this book. I've heard so many good things about this. I've been recommended this one by so many people since getting into romance more, and I'm just really excited. And obviously it's forced proximity because they literally share a flat, so yeah. Next we have Aurora and Philip, read a book with secret or forbidden love, and for this I'm going to be reading Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. I have literally just read Circe and loved it. It was such a good book and I am so excited to read this, especially because I have an absolutely gorgeous edition now. So yeah, and this definitely has forbidden love. So yeah. Next we have Rapunzel and Flynn, read a book with adventure, and for this I'm going to be reading You and Me on Vacation by Emily Henry. I am so excited to dive into some Emily Henry because I've heard nothing but good things, and this is literally, they go on like holidays and stuff, summer holidays, so there's definitely adventure with them going on holiday. Next we have Tiana and Naveen, a book with enemies to lovers, and of course this is like my favourite prompt ever because it's one of my favourite tropes. And I'm going to be reading Honeymooners by Christina Lauren. This is probably the book I'm most excited for on this TBR because I didn't actually realise it had enemies to lovers until I was filming my romance books I want to read, and I was reading, I knew it had a fake dating trope because they have to pretend to be the newlyweds to go on this honeymoon, but when I was doing that video I read it and realised that they're actually enemies. It literally says Olive is forced to play nice with her nemesis, the best man, Ethan. So I need this so badly. I'm so excited. I think this probably will be the first book I read in the month because I can't wait. I really wish I'd just read it this month, but no, I'm going to be good to myself and put it on a prompt because I know I'll complete it. So yeah, I'm really excited about this. Next we have Cinderella and Prince Charming, read a book with a ball or a party. Now this is going to be a reread for me because apparently I'm reading this every 2 months and it's like my favourite book, and it does technically have a party because it has a picnic where there's food and music, and It's The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. Are we surprised? No, we're not. I'm really excited, and I think I'm actually going to read my Illumicrate edition this time because my paperback has loads of tabs and annotations, and I'm not ready to reread me being thirsty again. So yeah, I'm going to be rereading this. I'm probably going to go for the audiobook as well, because that audiobook is just, especially on a certain chapter. And then for Anna and Christoph, read a book that will make you laugh. And I've gone for a reread again, but there's a reason. And that is City of Lost Souls by Cassandra Clare. This is obviously the 5th book in the Mortal Instruments series. It is the May book for By the Angel Along, so obviously I have to read it in May. So I thought, I'm going to squeeze it into my readathon prompts to just make life a bit easier. Also, these books absolutely crack me up. I know they do, because Simon and Jace are just absolutely hilarious and I love them to bits. And don't even get me started on Magnus. I love these books. I'm so excited to reread this one. And I'm just loving my reread of this series again. Okay, so there are all the readathon prompts. I also have a few more books that I need/want to read in May. So we have Spirit Band by Rochelle Mead, which is obviously the 5th book in the Vampire Academy series. I am reading this for Liv's VA along. I haven't yet read Blood Promise, but I am getting there. I'm just filming this a little bit early. It is still the 23rd of April when I'm filming this, so I've got time. But I'm really loving this series and I am so excited to continue on with this series. And then I'm going to be doing a buddy read with Tori of Vicious by V.E. Schwab. I've been wanting to read this for so long and I just for some reason keep putting it off, and then Tori said she wanted to read it and that we should buddy read, so we was originally meant to buddy read it in April but we both forgot, so we're just redoing it in May, and it's actually going on my TBR, so I won't forget this time. It's written in my book as well. And then one of my most anticipated little novellas, I mean I don't really have anticipated novellas, but this is one, is Under One Roof by Ali Hazelwood. I know the audiobooks for these novellas are already out, but I want to read it physically the first time, so I've been holding out. It comes out on the 3rd of May. The next one comes out on the 3rd of June, and then the final one comes out on the 3rd of July, and I am waiting for the ebook versions so that I can read it with my eyes, not my ears, the first time. So I'm going to be reading this as soon as it comes out because I'm so excited for this. So excited. Okay, so now all that's left to do is the mugs. The mugs. Let's go with NetGalley first. So I am actually scared about this because there are so many big books and big fantasy and sci-fi books on here. So I'm genuinely scared about what I'm going to get. Oh, okay. We have the Boy Band Murder Mystery by Ava Eldred. I actually am excited for this one, so I'm okay with this. And it's not a long book either, if I recall. So thank you, mug number 1. Honestly had visions on me pulling out To Sleep in a Sea of Stars, and I was actually going to put it back if that had happened. Luckily I don't have to do that. And then we move on to the Kindle. Lots of green happening today. Please be good to me if I can get it open. Oh, I think this is quite a short book as well. It is Archibald Locks by Darren Shan. I love Darren Shan's books, like honestly. My favourite author from childhood or teen years. And I have the ebooks of the first 3 books in this. So I will probably only read the first book, but I do think they're pretty short. So if I get really into it, I might just read all 3. We'll see how it goes. But this only counts for the first one. So Archibald Locks by Darren Shan. Okay, so that was actually a pretty okay TBR. I will say I also am low-key taking part in Eurovisionathon. I was originally going to do a TBR for it separately, but my physical and mental health has not been great, so I didn't want to put too much pressure on myself. I'm just reading as I go and seeing what I can get read for it. I have read a couple of books already because obviously It runs from like mid-April to like mid-May, and I have already read a couple, but I do also have a few others. There are some chunky ones on here, so I'm probably not going to get to them, so I'm not going to actually make a TBR. There is some romance in there and like some Julie Kaplan books, because I really like the one book I read so far by her, so I am like getting the other books in there. So yeah, I will, for Eurovision-a-thon, I'm just going to be updating as I go in my vlogs, like I have done for the first week. I've already read 4 books for it, so I'm actually doing pretty okay. There's no way I'm going to get all 39 done. I haven't even picked a book for all 39. I have picked books for 19 of the countries, which funnily enough, 19 is how many I completed last year. But last year I also DNF'd some because I just wasn't enjoying the books that I'd picked, because I'd just picked them for the sake of covering the country. This year I've only picked books for countries that I actually want to read the books. So fingers crossed I can get through all 19, but if I don't, it's fine. I'm just gonna have fun with it and read as much as I can and just update you all in my vlogs as I go. I'm also probably going to do a Twitter thread, but I haven't started it yet, even though I finished 4 books for it. It's going great. It's going great. So that's my May TBR. I'm really excited for this. If I somehow miraculously do get through all of these, I'm just gonna read romance for the rest of the month. But honestly, I don't see myself getting through these in enough time. Maybe enough time to get a graphic novel on there somewhere. I will say I'm actually going to add one more book to this. I'm going to add one manga, because I really want to read this. So I'm gonna try and read Solo Leveling Volume 1. I think my sister's currently reading it. My nephew loves this. I've heard other people rave about this, so I'm really excited for this. So I'm actually gonna officially put this in my TBR video, because I do want to get to this one in May. So yeah, but that was my May TBR. I'm gonna not add anything else officially to my TBR. Let me know in the comments below if you are going to be taking part in the Raw Readathon in May. I really hope you are. Obviously, there is a form where you can log the books. You can double up, triple up, whatever. If you can find one book that fits all 8 prompts, you got it. So I hope you join in and you enjoy it. It's very chill, as always, because me and Liv are pretty chill about these things. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Bye.